Hey folks, just got back from a small Comic Con, about the size of like a school gym. It was the Transcona Comic and Toy Palooza. Set up there, I know what you're thinking maybe, is like, dude, usually you bring like a bunch of, like a 3 long boxes of dollar bins and stuff, but there weren't really like dollar bins there. But did pretty good at selling stuff, so I kind of use that as like almost like trading up, high potency, high value, but like kind of cool stuff that we always want like the whole package, cool covers, interiors, everything. Stuff that maybe is a little more like monetarily valuable that I normally wouldn't go for, but good deals regardless. That's what I was looking for. If there were bargain bins, I would have like checked them out, but it was more like this kind of thing here, beating internet prices and stuff. Maybe like by 50% a lot of the time and stuff here. So some cool things. Let's go. So it was my privilege and honor to share a table with the Legend Comic Crack. So that's the first bin I looked through, or first bins. Um, Firstly, this Far West series. I think it's by the guy who did, what's it called, Boneyard or something. But yeah, a half elf, half native chick, their butt hanging out. A little problematic maybe, but Grendel, some issues that I was missing. Number 36. Number 37. Dude had some Wicked Undergrounds for good prices. Actually, this came out to like 33, but he told me 30, and then it actually came to be that he was looking at something I had that was like 34, and we just did a trade straight up, which is awesome. You know, when the world all collapses, that's what you can count on. People like this. Skull Comics number 2. I think this says it's a third print. Nice ass shape though. This is gonna be neato. Some things I can't show because too nasty for YouTube, too spicy. Slow Death number 5. This might be a second copy for me depending on the printing. Rand Holmes cover, definitely seeing the Wally Wood influence on that. Rand Holmes rules. XTV, I guess is the name of this. Adults only. $5 for an adults only. I flipped through the interior trying to see like if the art looked pretty good inside. Looked good and crazy. So grab that too. And also this Emmanuel 2 by Creepax. So all that little bunch there for 30 bucks. If you're watching his channel, you'll see that he put out helped publish in the Canadian wing, I guess, like rather than trying to ship over the borders, helping out with publishing this in Canada and shipping it around and moving it around. Athena's Keep by David Enos. And yeah, this is the first thing I read when I got home, and it was pretty sweet, man. It was pretty cool. It reminds me almost of, like, for lack of a better thing to compare it to, I kind of reminded me of something like a Velvet Glove Cast in Iron, where it's kind of weird and spooky and almost melancholy and but, you know, for lack of a better term, maybe like kind of surreal and dreamy, but also like funny. So all those things, like, effectively pretty neat. I don't want to spoil it and stuff, but I wonder, okay, at the end I was like, is there a continuation, or is it kind of like an ambiguous, almost Lard-ass Hogan ending where you're gonna like imagine what happens after? But yeah, neato. Got a few copies of this because he had it at like convention prices, a little bit of a deal. So pretty cool, man. He threw in these, I think they're risograph prints that he made. That's neat too. I'm not familiar with the risograph. Is it risograph? Something like that. Printing technology or method. But yeah, neato. Fun times. Don't be jealous out there. It's not all of us can, you know. Fun times though, man. Having funny jokes and making cash with friends and stuff. Good ass crowd there today, man. It was fun. Time just flew by. I wish I had more time and stuff, and like as it is, like manning the table, which is like he was helping out so much. But like I know when I got home, I'm like, oh, I'm not nuts. There's like 1 or 2 piles I actually forgot about there. But not to spoil, but okay, cool stuff coming up still regardless. But there's a couple things I'm like, nuts, I forgot about some stuff over there. But anyways, let's keep going. Some neato stuff coming up too still. Table next to us had this Charlton I Love You number 100. $2. You know what? Let's take a little quick flip through as we like to do. It says that it's like centerfold ripped. It's actually in really nice shape. It's just detached on the centerfold though. But aside from that, it's really nice. But I just kind of like getting these without having to pay too much, as long as they're like not falling apart in my hands necessarily. What the heck? Oh, that would be good graphic to swipe there. Yeah, this is the detachment there, but pretty cool nonetheless. For tuning, or actually I kind of got this cheap because this little pile was $22, but of course, you know, just offer 20. Generally you're gonna see that I maybe got like 10 to 20% off on each little batch, so not crazy deals, but just what I'm kind of comfortable with, of like, I want to keep them happy. I don't really know how to ask for like 50% off of stuff without, I don't want people kind of feeling any sore or anything, you know. It's a skill to develop though. This Dawn #1, I was missing this one, so getting that. Swamp Fever, I had no idea what this was, but I saw adult 1972 in really nice shape for $10. That's about as good as you can hope for. Like, if you're getting better than that, then you're getting real lucky. And I did the thing of just like randomly flipping through, asked if I could look through it, and I saw, what was it? It's like some crazy stuff. That dumb cat of yours ate my mescaline. I was like, okay, that's, you know, some of these panels look interesting enough with the dialogue and some other craziness that I can't show. So Swamp Fever. There was another table where guys selling trade paperbacks for $5 each, and like omnibuses and hardcovers for half of the Canadian price, which is pretty sweet. But most of the omnibuses or omnibuy were like stuff I kind of had already. So, but this that Texas Blood, I think is like, I think a bunch of channels have recommended this. I know Dan Elson has, and I was kind of like looking to find copies of this. So $5 for this trade paperback. You can't front on that. Managed to find a little bit of dollar bins in putting this Savage Dragon together, kind of like in order. If I see later ones, though, I would too. But number 11, get to read them. Number 17, and number 17 with the alternate, like kind of hotter cover. Do I remember that, similar to what happened recently? Does this have more spicy like interior as well with this cover? Maybe I could be remembering that incorrectly. Number 19. Oh, this is from a dollar bin too. I've been looking for this for years. Warren Ellis and Adi Granov, Invisible Iron Man Extremis. This kind of helped build, in a way, the Marvel Universe, if you want to get all like thing is like super important. But it was a big influence on the first like script of the first Iron Man movie. But I just really enjoy reading it. If you ever see, there's something cool is like that, like audition maybe of or test reel of Robert Downey Jr. doing that kind of speech where the reporter is like grilling him about ethics and stuff, and that's kind of taken from this series. It's a pretty cool Warren Ellis and Adi Granov series. I've been looking to read the rest of it, but that test reel is like so powerful, man. It's so sweet. Like him being like, you know, I wouldn't think like any kind of war profiteers or weapons dealers would be like good people, but it's really interesting like monologue or dialogue there. But yeah, these are the rest that I was missing. Extremis Part 2, Part 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, work my way up. Still that same table. The Jim Woodring written Jabba the Hutts that I've read have been like pretty fun and like really solid one-shots so far. I haven't got these ever yet though. Jabba the Hutt, The Dynasty Trap. Jabba the Hutt, The Gar Sapoon Hit. These are all the ones I've read have been pretty fun so far. Some Weird War Tales I was missing. Weird War Tales number 116, number 23, number 8. And check it out, man. The Key. I never do this, but he did this for $60, which is like a pretty sweet deal. I mean, it's not VF or near mint. It's probably like VG to fine minus or something like that. But It's really solid. The staples are all attached. It's not loose at all. It's just like dinged up along the spine a lot, which is totally fine with me. I just want a reader copy. I don't want to feel too precious about it. G.I. Joe number 21. Classic. This has grown on me, this issue. It is kind of cool, you know. Yeah. I'm doing it, man. Get into the keys. In a way, if there's stuff I like. Twisted Tales number 3. This is probably an upgrade to the copy I have. These are neato, real, like, mature readers, or marriage of underground indie artists and like genre horror. I think a lot of it's Bruce Jones, if I recall correctly, if not entirely, on the writing. Maybe from maybe originally from Warren magazines, if at least partially. Okay, moving on. Yeah, that Twisted Tales is really solid. One of my favorite horror anthologies of all time. If you see them, like, kind of, if you see them under $5 or even under 10 in really good shape, it seems like a great deal. But you used to be able to see them in dollar bins and stuff. But that is really kick-ass. That in high recommend for me. So these, like, we're kind of spoiled for these in this geographic area, I guess. There must have been a warehouse or something that had a bunch of these Ninja Turtles, and pretty much if they're like less than a 9.0, or like this is probably a 9 though, then you're gonna get them for really cheap if you're a bit savvy and like willing to hunt. So there's like nothing really at all wrong with this. Maybe some, just a little bit of it. Anyway, this is first printing number 7. Does this have even Corbin color insert as well? Yeah, just, you know, Mirage Studios TMNT, you can't beat it. This is probably a second or third copy, but I just can't resist for that price. That's just mental. This stack too, he did a little bit of a deal on. This is like probably a 9 for this TMNT number 10. The only thing wrong with it again is like a little bit of wear on the very, very apex of the spine. There's like nothing else. Sweet. Is that a 9? I've seen even 9s in worse shape, like, honestly. 9s and even 9.2s in worse shape, but I can't resist. Again, one of my favorites, like, single issues of all time. This is intense. This goes with, would it be Leonardo number 1 first, then this, then like number 11, maybe 12, 13, 14 if you want to get into it. Just awesome, man. Amazing, like, amazing single issue comics, or like little, it seems like a lot of my favorite stuff from the Mirage is like kind of 3-parters or so, or like this Return to New York, or like you know, See It War is like longer, but yeah, this is up there. This is so sick, so cool. I had my luck, like maybe 10 years ago I found one of these in a dollar bin, even at near mint, but yeah, I don't mind hoarding those. This is a great deal as well, less than $20 maybe. I forget. This pile was like, it came to like 100, and I said 80, and he said yeah. People's Comics number, I think there's a one-shot, 1972 Crumb. This is the first print also. Not that that matters, but it's just like a bonus to me. Like, it's pretty awesome. This is in really nice shape. You know, that's not a huge deal to me too, but that's also like a wicked bonus. I guess it was, at one point, it was like a little bit stained, but there's no, you see that color there, but there's no, what do you call it? No other, like, telltale signs, no smell, no rubbing, or no wrinkles or anything. Some of us care about, it's just kind of all gravy. I can't show the interior or talk about it because it's too nasty, but, and check this out. Again, this is a great deal. This is like, the only thing about this is a little bit like wavy, but that seems to just be like, you know, almost like when stuff is shipped and it arrives that way. Yeah, we gotta look in here. Speaking of dragon, first appearance of the Savage Dragon, Megaton number 3. I never, it's like, you know, I kind of never like saw myself getting stuff like this, but when all's said and done, all my expenses today, it's like I spent $25 compared to, like, you know, obviously the stuff I sold, I did like put up upfront cost for that stuff too, so it's not all like profit, but it's kind of like trading up maybe. But you know, for anybody that cares about that, you know, there's all aspects to this collecting hobby, but yeah, fun times, man. Able to kind of treat myself to like bigger things than I normally would, but a lot of it too is like considering room and stuff. You know, I still want to find awesome dollar bins too, but in the case where those are lacking and there's awesome deals like this, absolutely, very happy about that. All right, friend of the channel, local friend, Sim Kiko. You might see him on the comments once in a while. He brought this for me as a terminal blind bag. He's like, okay, but the only condition, you got to open it up on your channel, man. I'm like, I'm happy to do that. Give me these hits, baby. Give me the engagement. I'm hoping it's the 1 in 100 Frank Miller. Come on. Kind of looking Kirby-ish. I'll always stick up for Frank, man. You know, it's the one that you really want. What are the odds you're going to get it? 1 in 100 are the odds. But I think these are all probably pretty cool too, right? Let's open this a little bit to not damage the corner. Come on! I'm just all nerves. Okay, who do we got here? Andy Kubert. Cool, I heard this is a good read. Oh wait, this is number 2. So yeah, they're kind of blindly or randomly putting in like later issues in these, right? Okay. I'm gonna be lost. Okay, cool though. Thanks, Sim Kiko. Thank you, man. That's rad. Next. We'll see. You know what? Let's take a little squiz. Do they have like different artists in each of these too? I actually hear this is kind of good, but we'll see, man. I'll give it I'll look at it with an open mind. Okay. Okay. You know who I am. You know what this channel is. This is a pretty good deal for these 2 Marvel swimsuit specials. Near mint, because the one I had of this definitely had the centerfold taken out and put up on my wall when I was a kid. Marvel swimsuit special 1992. Nice Silvestri cover. We gotta stop and smell the roses and look through these on this channel. You know how we do here. Who did this one? This is Durasana, right? Kind of a classic too. See, oh, and Dale Keown. Really nice inking and coloring too. Nice foreground, midground, and background. Making it real interesting there. This is nice. This painting, this stealth freeze. It's like I was saying though, man. Like the quality of this is like as good as, each page is as good as these variant covers that are kind of put on these like kind of empty new ones that Marvel puts out now that are not so great inside. If only it was like this. These are like as good as variant covers now for this. Will's Portaccio. It's so solid too. It makes it like a classic, you know. JR doing pretty nice work there. Even that's pretty good, whoever that guy is. This is the one. This is so classic. I love the line work, man. The way it like just bask. This is going back up on the wall. Pull this out. It's not near mint anymore. And the coloring too. Would it be Kyoto that colored it? Take a screenshot. Turn your phone sideways. All that jazz. We'll keep going. There's Alan Davis. The coloring might be like kind of what does it a lot too. This is Stromina, I think. This is nice too. Caseta and Palmiotti maybe. Adam Hughes, classic here. This would be Kyoto too, I think. Even that's kind of groovy for some of you. Would this be... I'm gonna keep going when I don't know. These chicks. Yeah, this is so solid. Mignola, Jackson Geis, Diamondback, and that other girl there. It's for some of you guys out there. These are all like classic, man. Classic Silvestri Rogue there too. That's so classic. And it's so fun and nice. This is sick. This Just Go Colossus too. And who did this? Is this Adam Hughes again? Looks like maybe Studio Gaijin. Okay, and I've never had this one before. This was 2 for $30, which is about as good as it's gonna get. These really are like near mint, man. Like I can't see anything on them. which is cool. It makes me feel more precious, so I can't just leave them thrown around and pass out. Pass out in my underwear from looking at them. This is the joking around. This is like after the Image guys left though, so I never had this issue, this 1993 one. This is kind of like people I'm not very familiar with, honestly. Looks okay, but I can see why maybe I didn't get it. This is nice though. Who is this? Jordan and Raskin, looks like. We gotta stop and look through these. It's just kind of it would be crazy not to at this point. It would totally break the pattern. I don't know who this is. It looks like kind of familiar. We're kind of like looking at this the first time together here. This is pretty nice. Nice too. Nice costume for sure. It would probably be hard to like draw that from panel to panel though. That's pretty groovy. This is nice, as Adam Hughes centerfold. Black Widow. Damn it, just pull it out. Oh, that's nice too. She-Hulk, Shulky. It's hard to draw the face at that angle, isn't it? A little bit. This would be Psylocke. Who would this? This looks kind of familiar too. It's kind of a little game to play. Oh yeah, this is a classic, this Ghost Rider. That's hilarious, but also really well done. Yeah, this is all pretty good, man. Just get yourself a magazine or cheesecake half box of Typhoid Mary, and you'll see, you put it all together and you'll see it's like a pretty chaos box. More Adam Hughes maybe? Yeah. Okay. About 2/3 through, guys. We're gonna keep it moving on this one. I saw this Crime Does Not Pay. It was $10. There's a guy who has like a bunch of kind of like Golden Age reprints and stuff, but this was like only $10, and he was like, yeah, that's like wanton, depraved like violence. I was like, I was already paying on him. I'm like, you already sold me, like. Okay, look at, Jesus, what the hell, man. 1942 says this stuff is from. The printing inside looks pretty good too. I like it when it smells like crayons too. It's like those Yo books. I forget who does those, but is it like IDW, but the imprint is Yo? I was seeing some wild stuff in here actually. We'll just show like one more. I find it. It does look pretty violent. Like it's like people always like, you know, hurting women, setting them on fire and stuff. Classic stuff. This is classic stuff. When people get mad. Oh, I found something to cancel you over. Hey man, you just gotta learn to appreciate art, okay? Getting towards the end of the show, a guy was like selling DVDs, $3 each or 2 for $5. Collector's edition of Taxi Driver. I just, you know, when it comes to these, I look at the extras if it's stuff I've never seen before. Making of documentary, storyboard, original screenplay, Paul Schrader, filmographics. It's got a bunch of weird stuff, eh? Tons of different languages. You can watch it in Chinese, work on your Chinese, your Spanish. Big Lebowski special edition as well. I'm not sure if these special features will be great, but sure. Another guy had this. This is our local, like, you know, seen as a right-wing newspaper back in the day, but now it just makes a lot of sense, man. These playing cards, basically like our version of the Page 3 girl. And I guess this is like the 1990s. Luckily, it is all 52. I'm like, this may be probably a good present for somebody. Play poker with these. Kind of a local lore, local history. Okay, one guy had this stuff. His prices are like a little bit like scary, but you know, if you could find a thing in there or two in there, and then he actually like breaks the ice and makes the offer. He's like, I'll charge you $15 for that, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty sweet. I already have part 2 of this, but Rock and Roll Comics, Ozzy Osbourne. This will be the Black Sabbath years. I think part 2 is when he goes solo. And he had this too, THB, the first print in like near mint, and he was like, he offered me, he said like $40, and I am not, like, honestly, I'm not super familiar with Paul Pope stuff, but I was like, that kind of like set my spidey sense off. I was like, that's probably a good deal. I was like, do you mind if I like look it up quickly? You know, I'm not gonna front. And he's like, yeah, no problem. And yeah, this has the poster intact fully. It's like really near mint, which is, you know, like I said, it's just gravy, but a cool thing. This is almost like on behalf of the honors of like cartoonist kayfabe, bringing this to my attention. I was already familiar with Paul Pope, but I didn't know this is like so hard to find and stuff. Yeah, so that's cool. I was just like, you know, I haven't got that much stuff this show, and it's one of those things I probably should. If like, I feel like there'd be people like yelling at me to be like, you should have got that or something. So yeah, not bad. This is a near minty copy of the first appearance of Sin City. We're getting the keys, guys. This is the real stuff now. Now I'm getting more professional with it, okay? No, I'll always get cheap stuff to try and find good reads and art and stuff, but you know, pretty good deal. He went down to 30 on this for me, which is like pretty awesome. This is like super minty. So an upgrade to the copy I have. I love Sin City, one of my favorite things ever. So yeah, this will be the one to like keep and not touch probably. I'll just read the other one. I'm just being like that a little bit. And lastly of the show, this Swamp Thing, just because it was like a nice cover. I'm a man about town. I'm a bit of a politician. I'll try to find something at every table. But yeah, it was another table I was kind of like, oh, these prices are a little bit scary, but this is like a really nice cover. Is it Beset in total then? I almost think it would be like Zuli or something. But yeah, so that'll do it, guys. Kind of a quick video today. Fun as hell. Like really fun times. Time just flew by. Like I said, there was like one guy who, I don't want to tell you what it was nothing like crazy, but still pretty cool. I wish I had that to show you too, but I hope he has it next time. He's pretty cool, so I wouldn't even be surprised if he just keeps it aside for me realizing I made a mistake. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Fun as hell hanging out there and stuff. It was awesome. Yeah, more to come. Happy hunting out there, and cheers. Happy to hear from you in comments or anything, and see your stuff and hear all kinds of things. But take care. Have a good week. All right, peace.